What is this place? I've never even watched this intro, holy crap.
So cheesy.
I had no idea there was a voice acted intro, holy crap. That's awesome. Alright, yeah, so, oh, am I good? Let's see here, yep. Alright, so yeah, what's up people? It's, Awesome Game Replays, episode number 24. And on this episode, we're talking Super Contra, and we're going to be looking at arcade, some arcade runs, and the NES Super Contra as well. That is the two versions of Super Contra, just those two. So created in 1988 from Konami, of course, and the sequel to Contra, and you know, it's another vertically oriented game originally. So we'll be taking a look at the arcade, and we're going to look at a two-loop clear run from Yace, who is the guest of this episode. Hello, Yace.
Hello.
Yeah, and co-hosting as well is ggmaximo.
What's up, everybody?
So, and then he's also got a Super Contra NES run for us. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, we also have a second loop of Super Contra Arcade by another player. I don't want to say better, because you know what? The quest for freedom continues. And what is this place? But keep your eyes peeled, because this is Awesome Game Replays, episode number 24. Man, that was perfect. Fucking perfect. But yeah, so Super Contra. What brings us to talk about Super Contra today, guys? What's going on? What's going on here?
So
just because I think it's the best arcade Contra game ever. So it improves the first one by so many standards. So I really think that this game is how an arcade game should perfectly go. It's not that long, but really intense, and it's easy to comprehend, but really hard to do. So I think this is one of the best arcade games by Konami ever.
yeah, I mean, compared to the original Contra, there's a lot more stuff going on, where it's just the amount of enemies thrown at you, amount of projectiles, and like mini boss situations you have to deal with. Some of the overhead stages can be particularly irksome when you're trying to like take out some of the popcorns that jump out. And I think the second loop challenge, which is only accessible in the Japanese version of the game, really amps things up to a ridiculous level that you have to just know where enemy spawns are going to come out and just kind of buckle down, hope that you can get past 2-2 and 2-4. But I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that in the original Contra, people could clear it so easily on one credit that people at Konami are like, you gotta make this harder. So that's how a lot of the game's form came to be.
Alright, so you're saying they stepped up the difficulty just because, you know, Konami's known for difficulty and it's Contra, so like, what were they thinking? You know, it's like time to step it up.
Well, yeah, like in the original game, you get like, when we covered like Contra for the arcade back in HER 17 or something, like the original game, even though it's like 10 minutes, you get a ton of extends, lots of easy situations to get through that. And when Konami saw like people are doing this and they're not getting as much money back as they want to, it's like you gotta step things up. And I think there's a few other games where they had similar cases like that.
Okay. Nice. Yeah. I mean, Contra did become known for its difficulty, and I mean, the first game, I mean, didn't really have that notoriety, as you mentioned. I mean, but it was still like, you know, it was still Contra and like badass dudes and whatnot and all that. But yeah, I mean, so this is kind of like the start of like Konami hard Contra difficulty.
Yeah, definitely.
And thankfully, when you lose a life, you don't start back at a checkpoint. But just as in the Gradius series, I think that losing a life is not it's not really painful, but the fact is losing the weapons can be more painful, because I just think without some weapons, I don't think that the game is really beatable without missile. In the arcade version, the missile shot is truly mandatory if you want to beat the game, or just if you want to play a little further. And because if you lose that weapon, you won't be able to kill. And remember the Sergeant Hartman: if you don't kill, you'll be in the world of shit. So you really have to keep the right weapon. And in Contra, in the first one, the best weapon was the spread gun, indeed. But in Super C, in the arcade version, I think that the spread gun is not worthy. It's missile shot is way more efficient, and it will be the weapon of the arcade version, and the ones we're gonna watch will show it. Without missile gun, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Awesome. Kind of sounds like the crush in Contra 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
A lot of it just has to do with because, like, with most of the other weapons, there's like a notable delay in like firing bursts. So, like for the spread shot, for example, compared to like the NES version, you just constantly mash the button and it just pops out. There's like a noticeable delay, even if you upgrade like your weapon level by collecting the same spread shot weapon twice. There's still like a delay in between. That means for some stages, like 2-4 or whatever, you're gonna get overwhelmed way too easily because you'll fire your burst, it'll kill some of the aliens, but you don't have enough time to reload, and then you just get bodied because they run into you.
Okay, I see. It's a stable weapon, gotcha.
Yeah, the missile has much faster firing rate, and it's much easier to control, I think, compared to the other weapons available.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just have to correctly aim at enemies coming at you, because this weapon is quite straightforward. But if you know where the enemies are coming from, this weapon is just perfect. So I definitely recommend it.
And you have pretty much the similar mechanics to the same game. Like you have the kind of like the tilting aiming that's going on, right?
Yes. That's still in place in the arcade version.
Yeah, that's good to like kind of acknowledge, because it's it's like it's a lot different than the your standard NES Contra or whatever. You gotta kind of swerve your shot around just to remind people about that. So.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have any personal stories about playing the game, or why you started playing it, or is it just Contra's badass and you wanted to play it?
Well, I think in my case, like, I played the original Contra back in high school or whatever, beat that, and I was like, let's try out Super C, and then
The Natural Evolution.
I played that for a month, beat it on NES. Then about, what should I say, a few months ago, I was all like, since I cleared Arcade Contra, I should move up to Arcade Super Contra. And then I beat the first loop in about a couple of weeks. And then I tried the Japanese version. It's like, second loop can't be that much harder, can it? And man, I was so wrong, my strategy, because so many runs would just get killed either to 2-1 or 2-2. And I think I talked to Yace about this a little bit at the time too, because a few weeks after I did those attempts, he started trying to go for his 2-all, and I think we had a bit of conversation back and forth about how some of the spawn situations in Loop 2 were just ridiculous, and he was like, how the hell am I going to 2-all this? And then, what was it? A week after we talked about that, he posted, he's like, hey guys, I got the Japanese version 2-all. I was like, the hell, dude? Freaking beast. That's all I gotta say.
Nice.
You see, the first Contra game I played was the one for the Super NES, Contra 3. And back then, I even didn't know that the series was born for the arcades. So
Right.
many years after this, I just played the first for the NES, and then it was around 2000 that I played the arcade versions for the first time. So I beat the game. It took me around 1 month to beat the first one, and actually I even found that the arcade version of Contra 1 was quite easier than the NES version. And one of my friends was a great Super C lover, and one day he showed off to me how to beat the first loop, and it was really awesome. So I tried to copy its techniques, and it took me around 10 or maybe 20 tries to beat the first loop, and that was because I was playing the US version, but the Japanese version got a little surprise for players, and that was the surprise. I think that when I remember this, I think, oh yeah, the Japanese version's got 2 loops, so I got to do something. And you see, it took me years to beat that game because the second loop is absurdly hard. And now today, I think I was more lucky than genuinely skillful, but let's see.
Oh wow. Wait, did you say the US version of this doesn't have a second loop?
Yeah,
Yep.
US and
Oh, wow.
world versions are 1 loop only, so after you beat the last alien boss and watch the credits, it's just like, you're the best Contra, and puts you to the high score screen.
What is this?
Gotcha. Man, that's a pretty big difference. So play the Japanese version if you want the full experience, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
But you see, if you're playing the US version, you can actually play that second loop because, no, excuse me, I won't say it. I won't say it now. I'll just say it when we'll got it. When we'll come to it. So sorry for the spoilers. And I'll say it. I'll say it when I will be ready to say it.
Okay. Sweet. Alright, well, why don't we jump into some of these replays then? So,
Okay.
we're going to start with the two all from Yace here.
Yeah.
Okay, I've got it loaded up.
Great. Alright, so I'll do the countdown on go. From 3, 2, 1, go. 3, 2, 1, go. Time for some fancy action.
So this is Super C, a sequel to Contra, and one thing I just right now that I honestly think that this game has really odd game mechanics in it. I think the jumping mechanics in this game are
Oh, you're talking about the jump height.
you see that it took me a lot of time to actually master how to jump in the game, because you can do large jump or little jumps, and in loop 2 you will see little jumps can be really useful, but for now it's okay. But this guy is not jumping as Super Mario did. And first loop, so you see I just immediately pick up the missile weapon, and it's really an efficient game, efficient weapon, and there's nothing more to do. You see, nothing more to say. Just use that weapon, and I really think that if you truly master this weapon, first loop is really, really easily doable. So, and now we come to the first boss, which is not really hard. Just destroy all the gun batteries, and you actually can score by destroying the wheels of that copter, and here's the blue spot you see is the actual weak point, so just shoot. Bosses in the game they really are not that hard, and boss fights do not last really long. The boss fights are quite short, I think, in this game, and I think they are surprisingly short.
Yeah, they really aren't that bad. It's just the enemy mooks overwhelming you that you can take care of. And then you should also mention too that since you picked up 2 missile power-ups, picking the missile power-up the second time actually increases, like, I think your fire rate and maybe a little bit of power from what I recall.
Yep, that's it.
Every weapon has an upgrade that you can get by collecting 2 of the same weapon sprites. And here's the first overhead level.
Yep, level 2. In those levels, you can actually get shell bombs. The mechanics are the same as smart bomb map. And you see, just before watching another one, I didn't know that we can keep your shell bombs from one overhead from another. But you see, here the bullets don't reach you in loop 1. The bullets will disappear after a short distance. So it can be close, but actually it's really safe. This level is quite easy in loop 1, so it looks like the bullets are coming really, really near me, but you see, it's not dangerous enough. So
yeah,
you see, the bullets doesn't they stop when the bullets stop. if you really managing to know how to avoid the bullets and to know how far they can go,
you can rush past it.
It's really safe. So
yeah, you can always rush past this part too if you don't feel like taking out those turrets. I think the only hard part is dealing with these like 2 mooks outside the door because you barely have any room to move.
Man.
Now you'll see the boss. The boss here. It's a joke, you boss.
Oh.
Yeah.
This shell does like tons of damage.
The explosions are crazy.
Just use the shell bomb and up this boss. It's done. Level 3. I think this is the first really hard level in the game.
Yeah,
hidden enemies and facehuggers and all the shit coming at you. And so here it's the first time you really have to know where your enemies are coming from to efficiently kill them. And when you know it, this level is quite easier. So just here is one of the few areas really take your time to move on properly. So this.
Yeah, the first part of this level is like probably the most dangerous. The second part is too bad.
Dude, I like how they kept the standing flips for the jump. It's a good
somersault.
It's always good.
No, but now you are fighting facehuggers.
Man, facehuggers in the jungle? Like, did that ever happen in like the Alien movies or Predator or anything?
This is like some very liberal source interpretation.
The aliens have taken to the jungle. Yeah, it's good.
And then like the jungle just transitions to this boss.
Classic Konami stage transition. It just makes no sense at all. Like they kind of filtered it, or like, you know, they had that transparency effect, which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
No wonder the jungle was making really nasty mosquitoes.
Level 4. You see, bosses are really not that hard to kill, but the third boss, you can actually shoot it even before it appears on the screen, and so it will make the boss fight a little shorter. So that's a way to be to play safely, and if played safely, boss are really complete pushovers in this game. So and level 4 is not really hard because if you move carefully and you always will be able to destroy enemies just before they come at you. So I think this level is even easier than the third one. So
yeah, as long as you have the missile power, that is.
Yeah. Oh dear! Just don't lose that weapon. If you lose that weapon, no. And for boss.
Just kill it before it gets one attack cycle off.
This boss is just a joke too.
Damn, just destroyed.
If you let him get going, he kind of gets a little annoying.
And now final level, and the main thing is don't waste any time. Just go straight forward under fire and don't lose any time, because you'll see some crazy ass mouth coming on the ground. And,
ass mouth.
Here, you know, you just have to walk your way straight forward without losing any time. But here, I actually did lose time, so I think I was quite lucky not to get eaten by one of these mouths. But
whoa, that's really cool.
When those enemies come at you, just stop moving, shoot forward, and it won't be a problem. Here, this part is really nasty, so I think if you can cheese it by using the shell bomb. So
nice.
Yeah. I keep the shell bomb for the last part. Area, and now say hello to the final boss. Just kill that random shit right behind me. And first part of the boss, of the final boss, just avoid those bullets. Nothing really hard actually, and just shoot at the boss. There's nothing more to say. Just shoot it. And, here comes the Red Falcon, and you have to shoot its eyes, and then shoot the point, and it will be over.
It's actually called Emperor Demon Gyapa.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Looks just like the variation in Contra 3.
Yep, and this boss is coming again. He's coming back again to Shattered Soldier. In Shattered Soldier, it was the 5th buff, if I remember good. So, and there it is. And there it is.
Whoa.
Yep.
What is he doing with that gun on the right?
I don't even know. But when
You're literally stroking it.
When it came to the other home ports, they actually censored that and changed his gun position to.
Wow. Wow.
They knew.
The fucking phallicness is just so real, so phallic.
And even the Jeep says it's a game by Konami. It's written Konami on the Jeep. Printed by Konami, yep. And now the
Konami Jeep. It's like limited edition Jeep.
And since we are playing the Japanese version, you actually have a second loop. And the second loop is actually the game on the very hard setting, very difficult setting. So in this loop, you will have more extra enemies and a lot more bullets, and the game is actually faster too. So to be honest, at first sight, I didn't think that beating that second loop was hardly doable. But let's see if I do it or not. But just one thing, just keep that weapon. Never get another one. If you get another one, it's just like it's as committing suicide. So
okay.
Oh yeah. I really don't think. Why did Konami developers put another weapons in this game. Just missile gun is that weapon, and all other weapons are rubbish. So, but as you can see, the gaming techniques are quite the same. That first boss shoots more bullets, but just proceed the same way as you did in Loop 1, and it should be good for you.
Nice.
I think from what I remember with the missile gun, I remember reading interviews saying that some of the developers of this game were actually kind of worried about its overpowered tendencies, but the director was all like, nah, it's good. Just go ahead and keep it the way it is.
But now, here is the nasty part. Here is the nasty part in level 2-1. And
so easy to lose a life here just by one of those nukes.
Yeah, that was kind of tricky.
And just shoot at those enemies, and you see, this one thing I like. I also like in the Contra series. There actually is a lot of dodging, and here in this level 2 is, in my opinion, the hardest level in the whole game. So first of all, it doesn't seem too bad. So level start the same way it did in Loop 1. So here you can take your time. You can aim carefully.
So did you say the bullets are going farther now? The enemy bullets?
Just a little,
a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Okay.
But it's like enough that can actually block a lot of your progress.
Yeah.
From now on, the level gets really, really insane. And
all the guys spawning, they have to take out those turrets, and then some of those gates. Because the way it's like vertically oriented, some of the guys will shoot you from off screen. Really nasty.
And you see how the bullets move really, really faster in Loop 2. So now, just kill everything inside before even daring to. So here I must say I didn't think I made it here. I tried, and I was quite desperate in this part of the game. So
Wow, they just pour out.
Yeah, they just keep spawning.
It's like, yeah, deal with this sucker.
And if you take too much time, the more time you take, the more enemies the game will launch at you. So it's really cool.
Wow.
Yep, it's really nasty part of the level. But
ooh, yace with the jukes. I call like the dodging is like pretty much just the character like going in circles, like looks like they're in a panic or something like that. It's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
But you see, here I'm just trying to use the shell bomb, and I
missed.
I had badly used it. I completely missed it.
Good job.
So now I don't have any choice but to get rid of those two. But you see, just aiming is quite hard in this part. Yeah.
It's like, please hit. Any constant that guy's coming behind you. And this gate is like the absolute worst too.
And now and here we come to the end of the level. Here is the boss, and the boss is, oh god, this boss is I can't even find words to say you how much this boss made me suffer. And now it's just as if I was dancing with him.
Yeah.
Just try to shoot the two gunmen in front of the boss, and only after shoot the made weak point, because the gunmen here, they shoot more often, and the bullets are way faster than the one. So this now it's okay. But this boss is really a run killer, and here is the first time I really have to say that I was really lucky this one.
Nice.
Now now it's level 2-3, and 2-3 is not that hard actually. the game techniques you can use are quite similar as the ones you used in book 1. So just move on forward carefully, and when you know that your game will launch more enemies, but when you know where they are coming from, actually this level is not that hard. Boss can be nasty, but the level itself is really doable. So yeah, just avoid those missiles, and from now on it's not really much hard as it was in book 1. So you can actually even leech enemy to get some extra points, but don't lose too much time, because just as I said before, if you lose too many time, the more time you lose, the more enemies the game will launch at you, and it will be really hard if you lose too much time. So
well, Scoop in the chat mentioned that if you take way too long and an invincible ball comes after you. Have you seen that?
No, I didn't take that much time, but
a ball?
Like a fireball, I guess.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. It was already same in first Contra. You see, I played first Contra a lot, and I tried to achieve a great score in the Contra, in first Contra for the arcades, and that's it. If you lose too much time, and now just I see why the boss can be nasty. Yeah, if you have to shoot immediately, just even before it appears on the screen.
Nice.
And it's all in a flash you can win, or all in the flash you can lose, and you can lose it all. So, and now level 2-5, another nightmarish area.
Yeah. This is where I got
Well, these
stuck.
are these are new, aren't they? Those did we see those before? Those weird cells? I guess.
Oh yeah, they were in Loop 1 as well.
Oh, okay.
It's just in this level, the amount of aliens spawn out, it's just like so much more numerous that if you don't have the missile, it's basically like a death sentence.
Oh yeah,
That's
I think it's quite impossible to beat this level without missile weapon.
yeah, this is where I got stuck.
Wow. Yeah. That's like pretty intense. Oh.
Enemy way faster, and yeah,
But you just got the missile. You got it back.
Yeah.
And
You got
that's,
lucky.
that's a real piece of luck in this one. I got back my missile. If I didn't, honestly, I don't know if I would have played this one any longer, because without missile, even this enemy without missile, it's a complete mess to beat it without missiles. So yeah, but I only have the missiles, and I didn't get it back at full power. Just here I just have a level 1 missile, so I hope it will be enough to beat the rest of the game.
Mhm.
But, it's still better than go on in this level with normal weapon. It's not having missile weapon in this part of the level. It's a death sentence. So just give up. And level boss.
Oh, you got lucky, dude, because sometimes that guy can shoot out those red projectiles, and you just...
Wow.
Yeah,
I don't even know how to dodge that. he
really
lunged
got
at you.
once again. But
Yeah, he lunged at you instead, so you're able to get the quick kill.
and now the final level of the second loop. And surprisingly, the level not much harder than it was one. I think the way you have to beat this level is quite the same. So here, as you see, I don't lose any time. I just go straight forward, and from now on, it would be quite the same as we just saw in Loop 1. So now the one thing that scares me is there is still one scary part in the level. That's why I'm keeping the shell bomb. Enemies move just a little faster, but it's barely noticeable, and so I think that in this one that was the first time I actually faced 2-5, and I was quite surprised that this level was not especially hard. So here this time I make a real great use of my shell bomb, and now the final boss. And here the final boss with the missiles, just level 1 missiles, it's really much hard.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bullets out faster, and now I don't have equipment, and just avoid that balls here, because
Those can kill you.
they can actually hurt you. So and now I've got 2 remaining lives, and I know it's still doable to beat this boss. And when I was doing the run, I was quite nervous here.
Wow.
Here, going for a speed kill using invincibility flames.
Because if you do that boss normally, like it shoots out double those like skull projectile thingies. Yeah, it's such a long battle that
That was a close one.
And
most people don't go for it.
If you use the normal weapon, it's really hard to get to shoot the weak point. So I tried to do the speed kill, and that was really close. But hey, it's done, and now I think I understand why I said so often that I was really more lucky than skillful in this run. And that's it. It was it. Super C for the arcade to all. Lucky to all, not a skillful one, but still a to all.
Yeah, good one. I find it amusing you get so many points.
Yeah, they just give you like 10 mil per loop.
Yep.
Oh, that's where it all came from. Okay. Funny. Alright, nice. So now we're gonna check out a second loop by another player.
Height 1715 big.
And I just want to say thank you to, because this afternoon it was Coop who sent me a private message on Discord and told me I know there is another 2-all in Super C on YouTube, and he sent me the links. So thanks, guy. It was really nice of you, and
Cool.
Yeah.
So it's to Scoop. Alright. Alright, let's check it out then. I'm ready to go. 3,
Yep.
2, 1, go.
And now we truly mastered second loop.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't stop.
Such a good theme.
Yeah. This game has a really good soundtrack. Really.
Yeah, and all the animations are really great too. Like just those infantry soldiers blowing up, it looks like their intestines are kind of going all over.
Yeah.
It's really gross. Yeah, blood and guts. Ugh.
Yeah. I really like how this guy is, and it's just go and kill nice and clean.
Yeah, it doesn't really take much time to stop. Yeah, seems fastest before. Sometimes you can kill that control quickly, but
Really nice kill. Ooh.
dude, look at that. He's like not even stopping just because he knows they can't fire if he's doing that.
Nice.
Yeah. It looks easy that way. Oh god, hard.
I bet he like
Water
he could
temple.
have figured that. You're experimenting.
Oh, night level 2 too. And just to say that this guy, he already has shell bomb because this guy did not use the shell bomb in loop 1, and when I watch it, it's because of this one that I now know we can actually spare shell bombs, and here the guy, it's insane. The guy's just walking. So fucking what, all those bullets, but I really don't care. Just go ahead, and it's really awesome. Really awesome, intense playing. Yep, it's outstanding.
He's trying. Oh, he's actually getting it. Okay, nice.
He's trying to save it for the boss. Taking out those turrets is quite hard though in this loop.
Yeah, that looks really tricky. He's getting a few hits here and there.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's just a bit hard times because sometimes the hit detection is a little wonky. Okay. And no, he's actually not going to use it.
I just wonder why he's not using the shell bomb. Shell bomb is for a quick kill.
Maybe he's saving it for the last stage. I'm not sure.
Actually, it's really this guy makes that level 2 look easy.
Yeah, seriously.
Maybe he's just not using the shells because it makes it too easy or something.
This is what I truly call mastering the game.
Yeah.
This guy. Two, 3 is quite the same.
I love that little voice clip sample they have in this track. It's really amusing.
Oh yes,
The little,
tribal
like the yelp.
cinema.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah, I think because this is like the first, it's like the second year they're using like PCM in their soundtracks, so probably trying to like make it stand out or something.
Yeah, if I
Especially
would.
because the previous game was just one FM chip. 2151.
Yeah, you'd be like, where are those tribal sounds coming from? Oh shit, it's Contra.
Yeah. I think like some of the NES tracks also use some of the same samples as well.
Oh, cool.
Also here, he's trying to kill these like alien.
Oh, there's that
pods
fireball
off-screen.
thing.
Yeah. No, I think that's different, isn't it? These are like small fireballs, or whatever they are.
But they're indestructible and they just chase you. They ended.
And
Wow.
in loop 1, they shoot 3 at you, but in loop 2, they can shoot 4. And 4 is like almost impossible to jump over normally.
So is he doing like point leeching here or what?
I think he's trying to wait for those to go off screen because they constantly follow you around.
That's it.
I've lost too many lives to those.
Huh. Yeah, I don't think Yace, you didn't stop for those, did you?
No,
You killed them off screen, I believe.
Yeah, in loop 2, after all, you can avoid that red flying shit if you kill them fast enough. But I really have to say, I'm surprised to see why this guy has to deal with this flying shit so long. You can get rid of it really quickly, but maybe it's because the game's too easy for him.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I like to dodge this. Seems like he's just kind of playing it the way he wants to.
Yeah.
Or is he being very safe here? I don't know. It's hard to tell. Looks like maybe he's just having a smoke break right now.
I think he's trying to edge out those, like, what are they called again? Not the aliens, but those other enemies.
Or making sure he won't get hit when
Yeah.
because they have those slopes. Yeah, they make you slide down, huh?
Yeah, and he baited one of those out that would normally show up when you go down the slope.
Hmm.
Just by inching forward. And I think he may be trying to control enemy spawns, if anything. Because they come out much more frequently in this loop.
Mm-hmm.
That's my best guess.
Beautiful speed kill here.
Yeah, nice. It like goes down and explodes.
Indeed, that gets you some actual boss. It's Super C.
Oh, nice.
For the NES version, at least.
Look at those clearly ovaries in the background there. Like, so obvious. The fallacies.
Yeah.
See him?
Yeah, dude. Wow.
That's so obvious.
Let's see what Perrin gets on this boss.
And then you shoot the gargoyle in the nuts. Oh, nice duck.
The guy lunched him.
Here the boss was really in my run.
Yeah, because it launched at him this time too, instead of doing the 4 fireball pattern.
As you can see, he still has got his shell bomb, and I think he will make really great use of the shell bombs. Walking straight forward without losing any time, and actually this guy is. When you see this one, you may think that the second loop is just a piece of cake, and this is the difference between this run and my run. In here, I really think that this player is really skilled, and it's not lucky. It's not here. It's nothing about fluke or something like that. It's just genuine skill. And
Yeah.
He did use one shell there, though. That was interesting.
And yeah, no deaths yet. There's another one.
And he still has one left for the boss. And that's it.
Blow up the sphincter.
Yep, just as I thought.
Oh man, the dodge.
Yeah. That pattern is just, it's hard to deal with when you're trying to hit those.
Cool.
spike
That
balls.
music was in Contra Hardcore right there. I think that was the same music.
Yeah,
The
they
little boss music there.
Indeed. Here's the final.
And this music
boss.
too? I don't know. Sounds kind of similar. Ooh.
final boss
Such a
choke.
sweet kill.
Another skill kill.
Oh, I just noticed there's like a little guy that comes out and flies away. That's like the alien hive mind Greek guy.
Probably.
That's like the story for the second loop.
And here it is.
Yeah, a little alien guy like crawled out and flew away.
Yeah. He
Little
did the same
fucker.
thing in loop 1 as well.
Little bastard.
This is what I call a great Super C player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
nice.
nice run.
They have like the marketing credits in the credits. That's kind of cool. The end. I like this ranking music too. It's really jamming.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's take a look at the flyer here. That photography of like the two guys in the purple. Pretty badass.
posing by the mapping.
Because they had a credit in there for the still photography, so like they must have been really proud of getting these guys dressed up and whatnot.
Yeah, Konami always loved doing that in their Western arcade flyers, either dressing up dudes like this or like having some hot chick in the flyer.
Yeah. Yeah, the original Contra art had that girl. It was like she was like super vintage.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Okay, nice. Yeah, good stuff with Arcade Super C.
Yeah, really good runs.
Thanks.
Okay, so now we'll move over to Super C, which is NES port. And this is kind of like an interpretation of the arcade version because even though it has like the original arcade stages, there are like additional new stages thrown in to not only lengthen it, but add like more diversity to the game. As you'll be seeing in my run, this was a 9-all, which ended at 10-5 because it got too tired, and I was like, I don't feel like playing this any longer.
Nice. Yeah, I could imagine. It's a 4-hour video, Jesus.
Like, I think the counter stop in this game is the same as the original Contra at 6,535,500, but that would take 13 hours. I was just like, somebody else could do it.
So, yeah, nice.
Let me get the timestamp. Loop 1 is 000. So the very beginning.
Alright. We'll start with the first loop.
Yeah, and that can
All right.
explain stuff as we
Sure.
go.
Alrighty then. So, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, I find that this game is as fun as the NES original. I think it's just as good.
Just as good.
Yeah.
But I think it's just slightly harder.
Yeah, probably. I think so. I would agree.
It didn't really feel too bad for me. But as we start off here, very similar layout to arcade version, whatever. And this port also keeps the 2-player cooperative along with the arcade, so you can have a buddy, play with you. And I think in this port, you can't use the Konami code, but there's a different code that actually gives you like 10 lives per credit. For purposes of this run, though, I keep it at default lives, which is start out with 3. You get extends something like every 30,000, if I recall. Here, I'm just waiting until I can get the spread shot, which comes at this very interval right here. The main goal is keep the spread as long as you can. Although someone did tell me that it might actually be more efficient for bosses if you use the charge fire weapon, since it can kill bosses a lot faster than spread, but for a marathon like this, I think spread is still the way to go. Got our helicopter boss. Pretty easy. Just keep jumping up. Hit that weak spot.
You know what I was like to say about the spread shot? Spread shot, fuckers.
Seriously.
It's like, get wrecked.
Yeah. Just plows for everything.
Yeah, the soundtrack does sound awesome. Your volume's a little low on this recording, though. I notice.
Yeah, that's because for some reason I have my headphones set to lower volume. So, oops. In this stage, a lot of the tanks here are stationary instead of moving in like they did in the arcade version. because got limitations of the hardware. But I think because of the horizontal orientation that most TVs had to be, it makes some of the section easier, especially with like the enemies shooting at the gates. And I just keep going forward because shop will take care of everything.
Yeah, I played this co-op at one point. Really fun to play co-op as well.
Yeah. And here's the second boss. You can just stay stationary, move to the right a little bit, and if you keep shooting forward, you'll kill the gunman in no time.
Boom.
Yeah, one cycle.
Actually, I think this level is harder the NES version because here you don't get any shell bomb, so just you and your gun.
Yeah, but the firing rate from the gunman isn't that fast, so it's like pretty easy to like squeeze through gaps. Here we have the jungle level. No silly backgrounds. All I have to do is just keep going forward, shooting those guys in the trees and turrets that pop out. Here's supposed to be like that turret mid-boss or whatever that originally shot out the 3 projectiles, but here it just shoots out like a bunch of tiny bullets.
And they're just like
Water.
fully invincible when you're under the water, right?
Yes. So you can just go underneath for a second and then pop back up and just keep moving forward. Because if you don't, it's likely that one of those purple, guys will spawn up behind you and hit you when you're coming back up for air.
And I like how enemies are just like running out of the trees there. It's like, yep. Like
So
if
don't be afraid of drowning here.
Yeah. They just want to.
yeah, look at that. They're just coming out of their like tree huts. It reminds me of in Rolling Thunder Arcade. There's like this one weird part where there's these stalactites, and for whatever reason, there's this guys like hanging on them. It's like, what the fuck? It makes no sense. Oh, this boss is a toughie, isn't he?
He's not too bad actually. If you just crouch, there's like a certain interval to which he'll shoot out.
Not
If
in the
you follow
arcade
this
game
pattern.
here.
Nope, this is new for the NES version.
Nice. A reason for you to buy it and play it at home.
Yeah. I don't have the card for this, unfortunately.
Content exclusive to the arcade game.
Oh, this is the hard part. First time you play the game, you have to die here.
Yeah, don't you get like clipped by the falling platforms too sometimes? I seem to remember that being a thing. Like you sometimes catch a wall and die. Is that a thing? I think I've had that happen.
Yeah, that can happen, but I kind of memorized like where it's gonna fall. So
Yeah.
sometimes that's why you preemptively jump to like make sure the sections fall. Now you got this boss, but if you preemptively jump, you can misdirect one of the bullets and then kill that tiny turret easier. And then basically repeat with all the smaller turrets until you get to the big one.
Dude, I would shit my pants if like all of a sudden like this fucking wall just like rose up in front of me.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
it is a really nice effect.
It's great how Konami always adds new stuff for console version.
Yep, and this part is a whole new level inside Another
Yeah.
fortress, I presume. I can talk a little bit about the boss in this level too, because it's kind of interesting.
So
For this thing.
do the green guys just run at you and the red guys shoot at you? Is that what the difference is there? Okay.
Yeah, and the red guys will pop up at specific locations.
Ah,
So like, I shoot this guy here, dodge that. then move
gotcha. The
forward.
strats.
Yeah. Since the bullet speed isn't too bad in this, it's pretty easy to like memorize locations.
Birdman hype.
Mm-hmm. Birdmen from the first game return here in full force. Although they're not in any boss fights, just this level.
Reminds me of stage 3 in Contra 3.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, the waterfall level.
No, he said Contra 3.
Oh. It's,
Yeah, the climb.
right here you have to wait a bit because stuff's just scrolling. Section's kind of slow, but pretty easy overall. Only things you have to worry about are getting those gunmen on the platforms. Like there'll be one right here, and then there should be another one in the upper left over here. When you get to this next section, immediately hit those turrets.
So what were all the weapons in Arcade Super C anyway? Was there a flamethrower in that game as well? And like, what about this game too?
Okay, so in Arcade Contra, I believe you have your regular shot, which, you know, it's your regular shot. It can be used to ultimate and maneuvered. There's the missile. There's a laser. Then there's like a grenade weapon.
Oh yeah.
And then you have spread shot, and each weapon can be upgraded like twice.
I see.
And then this version, there's no grenade weapon, but there's like spread shot, machine gun, the flame shot, and then you have that
The
ball.
spinny flame one, or is
the
it?
one that I'm trying to think. No, it's the one you shoot like the fire shot and it like explodes.
Oh, gotcha.
Very similar weapon selection to NES Contra. And here, this boss will always start firing its lasers from right to left. So that's how I know where to position myself at the beginning of the fight, and then move accordingly.
Nice.
If you do this with regular shot, it takes like 5 times as long. There's a
Very
lot
nice.
more dodging.
This boss can be hard. First time you face it,
Yeah, that's true. Once you get the hang of it.
This part's pretty involving, I thought.
Yeah.
Got, like these boulders coming down that are kind of annoying.
Yeah. A lot of this level is just knowing where spawn locations are, and then being like, okay, this is where I'll go from here. So, for example, as that guy's coming in, I jump over to activate that turret and kill it fast. And then I activate this other turret. Jump here. And kill that guy who's hiding up above. And higher loops, I don't go to the right there because the chance of a grunt spawning there and then hitting me is quite a lot higher compared to loop 1. Two guys pop out. And then there's a couple of gunmen you have to deal with. And I think this is the boulder part right here. You just inch kind of, you take it a little slow here so that you can hit all the boulders, because there's one that drops down there.
Just spawn it.
Yeah. And then wait a second, because there's a grunt spawn right here. And I want to make sure you can, like...
That's a random spawn.
Yeah, I don't really understand why some of the spawn locations are where they are, but it's something you have to plan around when you're doing higher loops. Just keep a note of to minimize deaths. This part right here, just keep walking, only shooting back when necessary. 2 turrets to destroy. And then now we get to fight which was boss 4 of the arcade version is now a boss here. But he's pretty easy. You have to jump, spread, and before he even gets to swoop down and try to hit you, you can kill him.
Nice.
Yeah, that's stage 5. Now we got stage 6, which is probably the easiest stage to screw up on. Very similar to stage 5 in arcade Contra. But here you can actually go to the right and just keep moving, and those ass mouth things that get hit.
Man.
And once we'll get to the spike ball pattern, I think you'll see how the improved control of the NES port really does make a difference on this part. So look at that, I can just take my time, go slowly up.
Nice.
It's not an issue at all.
Boom.
Just all explode. Yeah. That part is like super easy now. Destroy this gate. There you come to Mr. Row of Alien Heads. Just move left to right, destroying the spike balls, and it'll go down in no time. Of course, you still have to fight this thing, but it's not as bad. So all it can do is shoot out like 2 balls that track you. So as long as you stay close to it, move back, and keep shooting, it goes down before the second cycle begins. You can actually destroy those arms too if you want.
Great battle.
Indeed.
I actually think this boss is harder on.
I don't know. It's just hard to say because I felt like arcade version is like difficult in more ways, and that boss in the arcade version is kind of annoying because you have to constantly duck back and forth with the arms being exposed. Have to dodge the skeleton thingies. It's kind of a mess. Whereas this is like, it just goes down in seconds.
I think it's still easier to do some speed kills, boss speed kills in the arcade version.
That's true.
And in the NES version, boss are more resilient, I think. But
yeah, they probably redid some of the programming for that. Now we've got a stage where you're descending into Alien's lair. You have these like insect grunts with the exact same animations as regular dudes popping in.
Oh wow, yeah, they are like little insect guys, I just noticed.
Yeah, it's like praying mantis men.
It's funny. They've been mutated.
Yeah, I mean,
See, this part's like a lesson. It's like, remember to always wash up when you're taking a shower, like everywhere.
oh my God.
Seems to me like now you're digging your own grave, but
Yeah.
somewhere. So why not?
Yeah.
Don't go too deep. Don't go too deep.
Wow.
Yeah, they're asking for it.
Oh,
Anyway.
this is a nice way to kill these enemies.
Yeah. Cool.
You can do it for some of them, but for other ones, you have to like preemptively jump so that you destroy the alien spawn before it hits you. And you can also, if you lost your spread shot beforehand, those 2 power-ups that went above contained both the spread shot and a rapid fire, which I think makes the section a lot easier.
Oh yeah, this is a tricky part.
So I jumped
the way you
down.
did it, easy.
Actually, this next part is like probably the hardest one, jumping down. I like usually shoot beforehand. Hope that's
Can
enough.
they like have the alien shooting out when you jump down? Or,
Usually it's like delayed by a second, but like in higher loops, I think I've had times where it jumped down there and then it jumped out before I could destroy the whole thing, despite my mashing.
That was just kind of like your safety strat from higher loops in there.
Yeah, pretty much, because in loop 1, things take a lot longer to react compared to subsequent loops.
Gotcha. Oh, this looks cool.
Yeah, this is supposed to be a modified Boss 3 from Super Contra Arcade,
And really similar to Boss 3.
but you can actually destroy like those gooey slime things.
Looks like a metal album cover.
Yeah.
Everything does anyway.
Okay, last stage. Kind of similar to Alien Slayer and the NES Contra, with these heads that shoot out like spiky things. Some of the slopes might be modified from Stage 4 of Super Contra. I guess it's inspiration, but there's other platforming things that are thrown in as well. You'll see that this next section. Or wait for these to despawn. And now this jump here is actually pretty tricky. Like, you have to be pretty damn close to the edge to make it.
Dang. Yeah.
Can't. So many times I've gotten close, jumped, and then you pass through like the platform. It's like, what happened? And then here,
Oh yeah, that's a surprise right there.
indeed, and on higher loops, I cautiously go towards it to make sure an alien spawn doesn't show up behind me when I'm shooting it.
Yeah,
shooting it.
yeah. That's a. I remember dying to that. Playing with my buddy. It's just so sudden.
Yeah. Yeah, the stage in general, playing it for the first time, will give you a run for your money. On repeated playthroughs, as long as you know what to do, probably not too bad of a time.
I think that this level is the inspiration for last level Contra 3.
Yeah, it seems pretty likely. You got this wall falling down you and then shoots out these embryos.
Huh.
Nice.
You keep running forward, it'll stop
Yeah.
for a little bit.
Yeah, really nicely done, yeah.
Oh, thank you. And then the wall's gonna come down again.
Is that like a timer, or is that like when you go after a certain point, it comes down?
After a certain point.
Okay.
Here you just want to take your time, because...
Whoa! It didn't
that
kill
was
you.
close.
It just pushes you down. Funny.
Yeah, actually, Nasty Wolverine told me that's actually a glitch. Because when player 1 can brush against the walls, player 2 apparently cannot, and it just pushes you down.
You mean player 2 dies?
Oh,
Yeah, it'll just
Okay.
push you down to the pit.
Oh. Doesn't stop your jumping momentum.
Yeah, I guess it just cuts it in player 2, whereas player 1 just kind of nudges you down, but you can still keep the momentum.
Oh, so you're saying it doesn't kill you automatically as player 2, but it like knocks you around?
I think it just knocks you down.
Into the pit. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, if you touch it.
Yeah, like it just pushes you down.
Huh.
And now we've got our final boss, which this guy doesn't move at all compared to his Contra 3 counterpart. He just sits there shooting stuff at you. With really... It's because of those like legs or whatever, the arc can't hit you no matter what.
Yeah, this guy's in Contra 3.
in level 6, Terrible Beast,
Yeah.
Kimco the Terrible Beast.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the same guy.
Quite a bit easier here though.
Nice. That was the last boss.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Nice. Huh.
And then you get a credit roll, looking out of the clouds, being like, yeah, I killed so many people today.
Yep. Alright, I'm playing the ending music for you here.
Yep, that's where I'm at. Look at the special things. Goodbye.
We got to the chopper. Can't help it.
Okay, so that should be the credits there once the Konami logo pops up. And now we should show Loop 8 for comparison.
Alright, we're jumping into Loop 8.
I think I have a
timestamp?
timestamp for that one. Ah, gotcha. Did not know that about the speedruns. Don't know a lot about speedruns for this game, besides a few strategies for the first few stages. Okay, you've got Loop 8 queued up.
What's the timestamp?
It should be
Oh, I see.
3:24:08.
Okay. 3:28:48.
3:24:08.
Okay.
Should be in the video description.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, just tell me when you're ready.
Alright, I'm ready.
Okay,
3,
let's go.
2, 1, go.
So now this is Loop 8. Basically from previous Loop playthroughs, I have an excess of 54 lives now.
Let me take down that flyer. 28 lives. Yeah. How many?
54.
Oh, wow.
Because extends come like so often that even if you have a few deaths in the loop here and there, you can usually come out the net surplus.
So I think you can play the game endlessly if you want.
Yeah. Basically, that's what I felt like doing, but about, what was it, 40 minutes after this point, it's just too tiring.
So what gets harder as you go on, like, or how does it change from loop to loop?
Okay, so I mean, most of the general stage layouts are pretty samey, but what's going to happen is that you'll get more enemy spawns, and in addition to that, like some boss fights, there will be more enemy spawns like the helicopter here. In terms of bolt speed, I don't think it actually increases. So yeah, it's just more about the enemy spawn locations than anything else, and keeping the spread shot. Maybe boss HP is slightly higher.
Do you sometimes get like the train of spawns, like in the original Contra?
No, I think there's only been a few times in this run where a similar effect happened, but generally less because I guess they want to control the amount of slowdown that happened.
Man, it makes a lot. Man, yeah, makes a lot more sense in Super Arcade Contra, the helicopter, because that core is like you can see it's really connected to the chopper, but in the NES game, it's just like a random. It's just like kind of looks random.
Yeah, it's just hey, hit the circle right here.
Yeah.
That's the weak point.
But it looked a lot more like integrated in the arcade.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense because the arcade hardware is like so much more powerful than the NES. And in this stage, you will get more enemy spawns like when dealing with these tanks, as well as like other turret sections. Which could make it a bit hairy sometimes, because they usually wait for a good formation, so they don't get like hit from the back.
In advanced loops, I think overhead levels are really most stressful. You don't know if you won't get hit from behind.
Yeah, that's why I try to.
I made it to loop 4 in this game, and I really have to say I hate just because of that. I often get hit from behind, and if you lose your spread gun, it will be really hard to recover it.
Yes, that's very true. Boss strategy is the same as previous loops, actually. Because there's not much like a bolt increase. It goes down roughly the same amount of time. So for me, at the point, it's a bit hard for me to say, like, is it really that significantly harder? Let's see, this stage. This stage is just a matter of controlling spawns and getting my rapid fire back, because every time you start a new loop, it resets your weapon to the default shot.
Okay.
So you kind of have to build that back up, but since general strategies are kind of the same,
so
it's not too bad.
Yeah, so the game infinitely loops is a question in the...
Yes, I believe so. I think the score will still max out at the same as original Contra, which is 6,535,500. And that takes roughly around 13 hours, I've estimated.
Too long.
Yeah, because in this run, I got to 2 million. That took around 4 hours. So, gotta do the
Like, what are you thinking, like, at this point in the run?
I'm like, I just want to get to 2 million, be done.
Yeah.
Because by this point, like, nothing really substantially increased when it came to enemy behavior at this point. I was just like,
Yeah, write it out.
My arms are starting to hurt, and it's like,
Yeah.
But somehow my playing was consistent until the middle of loop 9, where I started to like make some pretty stupid mistakes at the end of the loop. And at that point, it's just like, yeah, once I hit 2 million, that should be enough.
Yeah, that's a good number.
Yeah.
Don't you want to know if there is an actual kill screen after loop 260?
Yeah.
I feel like most people wouldn't like bother at that point because, like, I think people were matching the same thing for the original NES Contra, and then it's that game infinitely loops. So they're just like, yeah, I'll get to the counter stop and that's good enough. And for that game, you can actually do it in 4 hours. Maybe
You
we'll-
just have to make it to the loop 256 and maybe
226.
just to figure out if
I mean,
kill screen or not.
I
Yeah.
wonder.
Well, suppose you could like cheat the game somehow to get there. Maybe.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Maybe there's an EMU feature that you could test out with that.
Unless you're playing an emulation, you can use save states just to go
Just
further and further and further.
Yeah, just chip
Oh,
away
man.
like as the weeks go on.
Dude, that's 256.
I did it for Castlevania 4, and after save stating, I made it to loop 80 or 90, I don't remember.
Wow.
Whoa.
Nothing happened.
No.
Yeah.
No. There was actually a major bug, major glitch for score glitch, and after loop 5 or 6, I don't remember well. I have more than 10 million points. So there was a score glitch, but that's the only thing I noticed in advanced loop in Castlevania 4.
Yeah.
I see. In this game, if I played 4 hours every day to get to 256, that would take me roughly 26 days or something. So about a month of just continuous playing. I don't know if I want to do that. Got other goals in mind.
Yeah, I recently found out a fun fact about Rampage, the arcade game. Like, it has like something like 950 stages or something like that.
Whoa.
And if you get to if the players, like, since it was like hop in, hop out gameplay, like at the arcade, like the players could actually like play all day, and eventually, at like the 950 stage or something like that. Like, the only thing that happens at the very end is like the dinosaurs like look at the screen and like shout, and then it's over. But like,
Wow.
apparently the guy like put it in there just to like satisfy the people that wanted to see if the game ended or had something that happened.
Damn. How long would it take to get there?
Probably, it would have to be like all day or something. I have no idea. I mean, each stage in Rampage probably takes a couple minutes. So
I see.
a couple minutes times 950. That's a lot of hours.
3,000 minutes.
Actually, met the creator of Rampage at this Free Play Florida convention this last week,
Ooh.
and he actually mentioned that very fact about the game.
Huh.
Because I had asked him if people were asking him to play Rampage with him since they had the cab set up right by his little booth.
Whoa.
And he
That's
said he was just
pretty
saying
cool.
like the success of that game was mostly because people could come in and come out, and so like you'd have like one guy that was playing, and then like your friend would come in, and then like some random guy would come in, and then they would stop playing, and then like someone else would replace the other characters. It was like that type of gameplay.
I gotcha.
He said there actually was an ending. Well, at least something that happened.
Yeah. It's like a lot of these old games are just infinitely loop. And it's just like, are you
Or,
satisfied
yeah.
with your score yet?
Yeah, people need that finishing something.
Yeah, the sense of finality.
Even if it's just
There were-
like something really stupid.
Yeah.
You play very well here because I know if you don't shoot at moving guns enough, they really can get you easily. But here you destroy them really fast and very, very well played. I hate this auto-scroll section because of those moving guns. And it was
like
you make it look easy, but I know the first time you face it, if you don't know how it's done, it's really
Totally.
And if you're doing it with regular shot too,
really impressive. The way you deal with all these moving guns and this boss, it's really impressive.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it's one of those things where you memorize like the beginning pattern and generally know how to attack this. You can usually pull it off with a pretty good deal of success, because once you get half of those guns out of the way, it's just a matter of...
Because then you actually have the space to like take your time, right?
Yes. When it has all the guns, like, and you have regular shot, your only option is to, like, after the first barrage of lasers, you like cross back over to all the way to the other side, and then just repeat until like you get most of those guns out of the way. So I was originally thinking of perhaps showing off like a shot-only run, but my hands were just kind of destroyed for a few days after doing this.
Damn. Yeah.
You're tired.
Should have hooked up the arcade stick.
Sadly, my brother took mine.
Oh no.
Because he likes to play fighters, so...
Dude, he needs to get his own stick. Please.
That's what I told him, but he's all like, no.
He's like, it's too expensive.
Yeah, it's like, dude, I got this for like $60. It's not that expensive.
You'll get there.
Yeah, eventually. He always laughs when I play this though, because he's like, man, why do you always play these old games and stuff?
Man, what a noob.
No, he just doesn't understand.
Well, if he's playing fighters, I mean, surely he must understand a little bit.
Yeah, he does, but it's like not the same, because it's like to really get past some of these old games, like you just gotta like be interested in the first place.
Yeah, I suppose.
Plus,
yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Like Contra's interesting. I mean, it's got all the stuff.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're a really huge run and gun fan, can't go wrong with it.
Yeah.
So let's see. We're on stage 6 now. 61 lives in reserve.
How do you know? I mean,
because after every stage, it gives you like a counter of your score and how many lives you have left.
Oh, okay. Rest. All right.
Yeah.
So now, even if you lose your squad gun, I'll still be able to beat the game now.
Yeah, basically at this point, like
I think you have enough lives to do it.
Yeah, I know some of the shot strats, so it's like doable. Even if I lose it.
So at the end of the run, do you like just stop playing then?
Oh, I suicide the remaining amount of lives on 10-5.
Gotcha.
Which took like about 5 minutes.
Yeah.
That's just
That's
how
funny.
It was. Yeah. I've had that before with other games where it's like had to leave or whatever. I'm just like, okay, just kill me, please.
Yeah.
Give it to some random kid to kill me off.
You know, it's less frustrating than if you are doing an endurance test in a Gradius game, because if you lose in the wrong spot, and even if you have 20 or 30 lives, if you can't recover, you just watch yourself die and die and die and die.
Yeah.
That's why I think endurance tests, endurance marathons in Gradius are way impressive, because you miss once and the whole game is screwed. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I did see a run like that actually a few weeks ago when I saw Viper doing his Gradius 3 run, and something went wrong early on in the stage, and I knew at that point, like, he said at that point, unless he had not done the Konami code, he would have just kept dying over and over at, like, the Moai section.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened in the 1cc marathon run he did. He died in the on the Moai boss, which is like the worst checkpoint in the game.
Yeah.
Too bad.
Yeah.
But that Moai boss is bullshit.
It really is.
For the Super Famicom version, if you die on the high-speed stage, it's really
that's tough to recover too. But I think it's somewhat doable. Would you say?
Yeah, I would say so. Even with my limited experience.
But still annoying.
That's where I game overed when I played the game on my Super Nintendo.
Still really tough.
Yeah. Should probably 1cc at some point. Doesn't seem too bad.
Oh yeah, that's definitely doable.
On my last endurance test in Gradius 3 for the Super Famicom, I looped all my lives in the high-speed stage in loop 4, and I lose about 25 or 26 lives in loop.
Whoa.
That was quite the kind of frustrating way to end this one.
Sometimes it happens. Actually, you saw it there. I made a mistake. I accidentally picked up the laser instead of just not shooting at it. But oh, that fucking dodge! How did I do that? After that, I got the machine gun. Then I got the spread, and somehow I stupidly should have gotten hit by the alien, but I didn't. Made like a last minute like backwards jump. Now this section proceeds kind of like loop 1. Just taking my time, kill these guys. Oh yeah, that's the one death, I believe.
Wow. The one death. Oh, nice. You just get close to him and then it goes over.
Yeah.
Because those facehuggers are coming out more frequently, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A little bit more frequently. And now I gotta do this boss from just the shot. But I can actually do it, I think. Just a matter of like staying in the middle, jumping at times you need to.
Oh.
Oh, no, I guess I did die more often. Oops.
Hard to remember what happened to in those 60 lives or whatever, right?
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky. Those red cells kind of seem like they kind of make it tough.
Yeah, I guess this was the 3 liveness. Oops.
Bro.
I have done this boss before, deathless on shot. It's just a matter of, like, when those red spiny things pop out, you kill 2 of them before the other one wraps around. Forget if I did it on another loop or not.
Fetus bubbles.
Yep, alien embryos. So I just get the fire shot here because it's like, why not? Then I go up, watch out for that spawn. And although the shot is really powerful, the limited range means you have to like aim precisely. It can be a bit annoying at times. But I think go up here, kill that, and I get the rapid, which will time me over until I get the spread drop from this platform right over here I'm going to jump on. This jump is a bit hard with like sometimes the aliens, if you're not careful, like the jump and then miss it like that.
That's a classic right there. Like that happened so easily in the last stage of Contra 3.
Yeah. It's because they just spawn so frequently.
Yeah.
No, that was nasty. The guy spawned behind me. So now I'm like cautious, trying to take my time here. But it's impossible to avoid those. There's like 3 or so.
You're slipping, man.
What can I say? 3 hours in, it gets tiring.
Getting hungry.
Oh yeah, actually, I did get hungry at that point too. It's like, man, I should make a nice midnight snack or something. So now this section, for some reason, Wolverine was all like, yeah, this section is really easy if you just use this charge fire, but for some reason, didn't mesh the way I wanted it to.
Wrecked. Yeah.
If I have so many lives at this point, it's like, who cares if I screw
You're
up?
just using your lives now.
Yeah.
Shout out to Nasty Wolverine who was trying to appear in the episode. By the way.
Here you have to be kind of
Nice.
precise if
That
you
was
want
sick.
to do the shot.
Your shots
And
hit the ceiling, right?
Yes, it's
Oh,
very
man.
easy to like have the shots get absorbed by the ceiling. The fetus squeezes in and hits you. So that's why I was running forward there, so that I only have to do a 1 wall press.
Yeah.
So that by the time I reached that one particular platform, I'd gone past the whatever triggers that ceiling to fall down. Then now I get to sit back, wait for the final boss to appear, and easily kill him.
I ran out of a Contra Rebirth music, so I just got some Castlevania 1 music playing.
Nice. I mean, it's Konami.
Yeah.
Good stuff. This boss, just as easy with regular shot as it is spread.
Here, I'll play the fanfare when you beat this guy for you.
Noise.
Da-na, na.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh wait, that was the Castlevania fanfare. Ah, whatever. Wait, where was it? Wait, let me see again. Oh yeah, that's Castlevania.
Wow. Good job. Didn't know Simon Belloc could wield a gun.
Yeah, Konami's gonna make the current gen YY world. It's gonna come out, and Bill and Lance will be in there, I'm sure.
Yeah.
With,
and I'll have a type.
And you'll have like I don't know, one of those modern Castlevania guys,
Yeah.
Charlotte or
Pachinko.
whoever.
Pachinko elements in there.
Yeah.
Get some erotic violence going.
Anyway, yeah. So good stuff.
Yeah.
Super Contra.
It's-
Beautiful, really beautiful play.
Thank you.
Yeah, good run. Good run.
Could have gone longer, but I was like, I mean, I did what I needed to. If I want to improve on it, I'll take Yace's suggestion of like Castlevania marathon play, or perhaps go back to original Contra and counterstop that.
Hmm.
Or perhaps get the 2-alt arcade version. Who knows?
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. So yeah, I hope you guys liked the episode and the good old Super Contra. Try it out. Both NES and the Contra game. Pretty sweet. MAME and also Arcade and Super Contra are on Xbox Live Arcade, as I understand.
Yes, and there's also Konami Arcade Classics, which I believe is the volume 1 that has Super Contra on there, the Arcade Super Contra.
I don't know, what's that for?
That's for Xbox 360.
Oh, okay.
As a physical disc.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So,
It
there you
comes
have it.
bundled with Frogger and Symphony of the Night.
Good combo.
Yeah.
One of those little compilations there. Gotcha. Alrighty then. So yeah,
Yep.
shouts to Yace for being the guest, of course. Always good to have you on.
Yeah. Really good.
Thanks for
Contra run.
inviting me, and as usual, sorry for the accent. That's why I tried not to speak too much, and sorry for those jerking off guy, who I didn't forget. I didn't forget him, but
Never forget.
I hope you had time enough to jerk off.
Well,
So-
you'll have the YouTube video, and so you can just watch that. I'll check the YouTube stats for the part that gets replayed the most. I'm sure it'll be like when your voice sounds the best.
Oh,
Gonna check those analytics. So we can tap into that audience next time. The quest for freedom continues. Oh man. Alright, yep. So that's gonna wrap it up for Oscar Replays, episode number 24. See you guys next time on the show. So yeah, have a good one, people. Have a good
See you
week.
later.
Yep.
See you.
Take care.
Goodbye. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. See you later.
Oh, it was really nice way to end it.
Thank you.
Busy.